Vargas, and then obviously Boots and Brad Tyler. So, I don't know if we've got a mic.
I don't think you have it.
Okay.
Just
We hear
speak
you.
quite loud.
It wasn't me, it's for the audio.
Yeah.
Nice and loud with the questions.
First things first, Eddie Hearn. Congratulations on the win tonight with your boy Boots. What's next one? What would you want?
I mean, he's a guy who chases legacy, and one of the unique things about the Virgil Ortiz fight was it didn't have a belt. And when we lost that fight, we were really disappointed, but we somehow got the opportunity to fight Xander Zayas, and that's why I will always respect him and give him unbelievable credit, because he put his belts on the line tonight against Boots. So, you know, I know Boots is going to want to be undisputed. We didn't get the chance to do that at 147, and you know, we have Josh Kelly, obviously, who fights on July 25th. And Louis DeCubas has already texted me about the Fondura fight. I think it's one of the best fights that can be made in boxing. And look, he announced himself tonight as, you know, a true superstar of the sport. I said that he would going in. I think Xander did as well, to be honest with you. I thought he was incredible. And that's what Boots does. Like, when you talk about pound-for-pound stars and entertainment, I'm sure the trainers will tell him, can you please not always fight like that? But that's how he fights. Tonight wasn't an exception. He comes in from the first bell looking to take you out. And he walked onto a huge artillery in the third round and got buzzed and came back and showed unbelievable heart himself. It was just, I mean, the fight was incredible. The third round was one of the best rounds I've ever seen before.
Would you rather a fight Virgil or unification? You as a fan and as a promoter?
Me, unification. Because that's, you know, there's a lot of conversation right now about belts and stuff like that. I'm on the belt side, right? For me, sport is about championships, legacy, and in boxing there's no bigger legacy than belts, right? And that's what Jaron Ennis wants. He wants belts. So whether that's Josh Kelly, whether that's Fondura, he's going to want to fight the other champions before he moves up to 160.
Eddie, you've worked with a few American champions, but is this the guy now that is really taking hold as the kind of fighter you've been looking for from the United States?
I mean, everyone knows for so long how good he is, Sean, like, and he just needed these kind of opportunities. But it's the way that he fights, that's the difference. You've got guys with great IQ that come with a safety first mentality, which, listen, it's the art of boxing, hit and don't get hit. The people in there, they don't want to watch safety first. They want to watch fights like that. Everyone who left that arena tonight, or everyone that tuned in on the zone, just went, wow. Like, and that is entertainment. And listen, if he wants to, he can outbox anyone he wants, but he doesn't choose to. He comes in, and it's just like pure box office entertainment. So yes, like when you tell me, you look at that pound for pound list, and you tell me who are the most exciting fighters, and that will see him enter the pound for pound list, in my opinion. But there's a long way to go before we get to where we believe we should be, and that's number one.
Do you think moments like that third round actually will make it easier to get fights for him after
Maybe.
this?
I mean, you said, like, if he would have just taken him out in the first round or second round, I think it would have been difficult. And Boots is really not happy, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, he's celebrating, but I know in his mind he's thinking, you know. So, but that's okay. And by the way, those kind of times. But don't forget, that's the first time he's faced any adversity in the ring ever, and he had to come through that. Right, so as much as Xander came through moments and got stopped eventually, Boots had to come through a big moment then. And at the end of the day, you never want to be in those moments, but it's good to know you can come through the other side.
Eddie, you said
Well,
that
sorry, one second. I've got Mike's now. Eddie, sorry if you answered this already, but what was going through your mind in the third round, honestly?
Yeah. Honestly, like, on the first round I was on the floor, right, because I was so excited, I thought the fight's over. Second round, coming out for the second round, I thought it's all over in this round. And then third round, you know, like, he got a little bit lazy. I mean, he just was teeing off and walked onto a couple of huge shots. And I'm like, you know, you just saw him link an arm, and it's like, whoa, what? And then he likes to be in the trenches, right? If you ever watch him spar, or you know about the spars, like, that's what he's all about. So he's standing there, not looking to hold, looking to trade. And then you've got both guys just trading, and then you come out the fourth round, you know, I mean, for him to come back from what happened in the third round and do what he did in the fourth and fifth and beyond, I thought that was incredible. But what was I had the beauty of my dad being there tonight, you know, watching that, and I was just said to him, what? Oh, it's almost like a lost son. I was like, Dad, what's going on? You know, he's like, listen, son, don't worry. And it was incredible. I mean, like, that's what we live for, those moments. Just a couple more, and then we get Ben up here.
Eddie, you said the whole week that we would see. Eddie, you said the whole week that we would see another level of Boots Ennis that we've never seen before. What is it that brought that level out tonight?
Xander's eyes. But look at when the level came out. The level came out after 60 seconds. Do you know what I mean? Like these guys, like a lot of these fighters come out and they find their way in the fight. And, you know, it's like they go through the gears. You're talking about, look at what he did in the first 60 seconds of the fight, and then after that, it was just all guns blazing. That's what makes him what he is. That's what makes him the most entertaining fighter on the planet, because his skill set is unbelievable. His IQ is unbelievable, but he fights like a crazy Mexican at times.
We know you had a big moment when Katie Taylor beat Serrano in Madison Square Garden. But you had earlier this year a big win with Dalton Smith over Subriel Matias in a war, also an upset. This wasn't quite an upset, but it was an exciting fight, a big fight. Sold a lot of tickets. Is Barclays Center starting to have like a special moment, a special place in your heart?
That atmosphere tonight was really special, and this man lit the place up as well. You know, for me, this place, I love the Garden, right? I think it's incredible, but what you saw tonight was just an incredible atmosphere, and you know, sold out arena, just incredible. And this man as well, like, sport's about entertainment. Like the thing is you can be entertaining, you can be, you know, some might say a little bit gimmicky, but when you're elite and you're pound for pound quality, and you mix the two together, what you get is something like this. And then in a minute, something like this, when Boots comes. And that's what, like, you know, I'm sitting there tonight, like I said, my dad was there, and he's like smiling, and he's going, cool, you got one here, son. You know, and this is what I say about Ben to people is, don't be fooled by the brashy stuff, and like, you know, he's a very, very good person. But also, when you go to the gym over in Ireland, it's just down a little back road, right? You never even really know it was there. He's got one of the best trainers in the world. And like I said before he came in, I just want him to keep believing in himself, because if he starts to really believe in himself, he's going to be unstoppable, because the power right now that he's developed with Andy is frightening. So over for questions for Mr. Whittaker. Eddie.
Andres,
Yeah,
go.
sorry, that was it.
So Eddie, Virgil Ortiz was saying that he's going to sleep Jerron Ennis on Twitter immediately after the fight. What's your reaction to that?
Well, he's been asleep for about a year.
Wow.
So let's concentrate on Ben Whittaker.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that.
Andres Gomes with Cornerman Boxing. Champ, congratulations on your knockout victory. Just what you think about the atmosphere of fighting in Brooklyn, and does a part of you wish you could have gotten a little bit more rounds just to display that skill set, that exuberant style that you bring to the fight game?
Yeah, man, Brooklyn was sick. I've always wanted to come to New York to fight, America to fight, and it was a dream come true. You see me start getting in the groove, started dancing in the break. I thought, here we go, we're gonna get some highlights now. But when I hit him with that hook, you really can't come back from that. So I was happy the way it went. I would have liked a couple more rounds, but at the end of the day, not gonna moan about an early night.
Hello, Ben Whittaker and Eddie Hearn. My name is Brian Lima, and I'm with the Main Event. The question I got for Ben is, like, you're already a big name in the UK, so what was it like making your US debut and hearing the American fans cheer for you?
Yeah, it's real good. Like I said, on social media, it's good to see the presence there, but to see it in real life is completely different. Just walking the streets of Manhattan and Brooklyn, people saw me, little kids, middle-aged people, old people, and it was an amazing feeling, and it was only right that I put a show on for them.
Thank you, Ben.
Dr. Abi with World Liberty TV Boxing Channel. Really enjoyed your fight, Ben. Who are some of the other opponents you're looking to fight going forward? Maybe Papa didn't eat his spinach tonight, but so who will be the other fighter? Maybe you can chime into this also.
Well, on paper, he's a good opponent. You know, he fought for a world title at cruiserweight. He only lost on split decision. But like I said at the press conference, I'm a step ahead. I felt like I was the better fighter, and I showed that. The next challenge for me is getting through Panda Express. Then it's down to my team and management to sort the next fight out. All I do is just train, and whoever they put in front of me, I beat them up.
Ben, congrats on a great performance tonight in Brooklyn. How much do you maybe take inspiration from Hearn Ennis tonight when some of the things people said about him coming up, they've said about you? Yes, he's very talented, very fast, he has power, but can he tighten it up with the fundamentals at the championship level? Do you relate to him at all in that as a talent, and do you take any inspiration from sharing the card with him tonight?
Yeah, of course, he's a great fighter, and to sit ringside and see a fight like that, it was amazing. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to be in fights like that. I think I'll do my heart attack if I'm honest. But it was a great fight, and everybody's got their own opinion. As soon as you win, they'll always say something. Oh, it was this, oh, it was that. As long as you're winning, and as long as the people are turning up to watch you, that's all that matters.
They've been Radio Ryan down the front. It was surprising to me that Popeye didn't seem to really turn up at all tonight. He didn't give you much resistance. I thought he was telegraphing punches. Were you surprised that you didn't get more of an effort out of the opponent?
Not really. I just think it just shows the level when I'm in there. Like I said, he fought for a world title, split decision. He probably should have won that fight, if I'm honest. But it just shows my pedigree, shows my levels, it shows the distance between these guys. And I made it look easy. That's what the good fighters do. I made it look easy.
How do you compare the atmosphere here tonight with what you've experienced back in England?
Yeah, it's real good, man. Like, I popped out to see the venue. I was like, yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Then the ring walk was sick. My kit looked sick. It's only right, I put the icing on the cake with a knockout.
And last one, what do you put down to your power? The 3 knockouts in a row, the way you're performing. What do you attribute that to? 4. Seems like 4. 3 early knockouts.
I got a great team, my brother, Jamie Whittaker, is my strength and conditioning coach. He's done a lot in the background for me, really made me strong. Then I went over to Ireland with Andy, and he's not really changed my style, but there's a time and a place to sit down on your shots. And you can see that I'm still having fun, I'm still making them miss, making them pay, but when it's there, I clean them out, and it's nice to see.
Thank you. Welcome to America.
Thank you.
JP Moran, the Latino Sports. Eddie, question for you. Were you satisfied with the level of resistance Popeye showed this evening?
I mean, when you get hit like that, it doesn't really matter what you're coming with. I think Popeye's a decent fighter. I think going in, you can't, this is one of the things. No one was critical of the opponent. Really, everybody said, good step up, right? American debut, very tough. I was there, beat Badu Jack, in my opinion, quite comfortably. I know it's a couple of years ago now, but good fighter, really. But just because you get hit by Ben Whittaker with shots you don't even see, you can't sort of say, oh, well, he didn't show much resistance, did he? I mean, at the end of the day, he was the right opponent for the American debut. We also understand and appreciate there's many more levels to go in the sport and in the division, but he was the right step. When he fought Gavazzi and knocked him out in the round, everyone said, oh, it's just a European level fighter. So he went with Suarez from Argentina, who was like a renowned, durable guy, had a really good fight with him, and Arthur went all the way. He knocked him out in the round. Then Popeye goes 12, like notoriously tough, decent, sort of fringe world level guy, gets banjoed in 2 rounds. Oh, he didn't show much resistance. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what have you got to do if you keep doing that to the levels? Next thing, Artur Beterbiev's too old when he stops it. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, you're always going to get criticised. So there's no point listening to that. Just go through what's in front of you. So I think it was actually a body shot after about a minute into the fight, where I've seen Rivera's face as if to say, fuck me, what am I in with him?
Yeah, he checked out.
It was like, and he's tough, like he's experienced.
Yeah, it was, but when I watched the fight, it was very reminiscent of Boots' last fight, where Boots starched the guy out and he checked out. And then
Who checked out? Lima?
No, Lima.
Are you mad?
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
every time I have an argument with you, you are fucking on another planet. Lima.
Pretty much sparked him out.
Lima checked out. He got stopped on his feet. And in his last fight, when he come back from that first round defeat, they stuck him in with a Russian prospect who was 19-0, and he just stopped him away from home. How do you get checked out when you get dropped, get up, and all of a sudden you're fighting back on your feet, and you get stopped on your feet, checked out.
Yes, sir.
You do this every time you come to the press conferences, right? You try and ask challenging questions. They're bullshit questions.
Well, I'm just gonna follow. So Boots next fight, he took a significant step up, and it's the next fight.
Significant step up.
What's
It's
there?
a unified world
Yeah,
championship.
absolutely.
That's the microphone, man.
In comparison to his next fight's coming up in October.
Who? He's had 13 fights.
Yeah, so I'm
He's had 37
so
fights.
I'm asking for his next fight. Would you
It'll
like
be
to
you,
take-
man.
would you like
I want to
take-
fight you.
Would you like for him to take a dramatic? Well, no, let me just finish the question.
Because what you say don't fucking matter. would you? I want to know. Would you? It's got nothing to do with you. It's got to do with me, him, Andy Lee,
Well,
Will,
the
and the
fan-
team.
the
Shut
fans
up.
as well.
I'm telling you, the next fight will be another step up. Like tonight was a step up, and what you do is you keep stepping up, and you keep producing the performances, and you keep going through the levels.
Will it be a dramatic step up? Or
It
will
will be a
enough-
step up, and it will be the step up that him, me, and the team think is appropriate for the timing of his career, and it will have absolutely nothing to do with you.
All right, Ben, quick question for you. We know you and Eddie going back to Van Cleef before y'all leave New York. We know Eddie loves Stone Island. We know you get fresh, so y'all doing any shopping before you leave the city?
Hey, you heard what you said. We're going Van Cleef, man. I do like Supreme as well, so we'll see. But I just want to thank the guys for backing me all the time. Matchroom, the Zone, my team. I've got a real good team around me. And just touching on that last thing, I saw the Ringside magazine did a sit-down interview with Gabe Rosado, and he had Popeye to knock me out. He said, hey, he was looking sharp, he was looking strong. If Ben's not on his P's and Q's, I think he'll get knocked out. He's obviously smoking that shit because, because I did what I'm supposed to do. But like I said, you can never please anyone. Like my man in the front, you don't mean no harm, but everyone's got their own opinions. But October, tune in, you're going to see something special once again.
Eddie, back here, suggestions online about Craig Richards in October. Is that one person you'd look at?
No, that's not been discussed. To be honest, we have to start positioning now for a world title. So, we need a big domestic name, or a fight that's going to get him mandatory, final eliminator. At the end of the day, jokes aside, you can't go from Rivera to Bivol and Benavidez and Beterbiev. You got to fight those guys. There's 2 or 3 more in between Rivera and those guys. So we have to go through the levels and understand that he's still relatively inexperienced in the professional code. That was his first completed round tonight in a year, in 3 fights. So that was nice. He's still the highest paid fighter per round on the planet, which is good. And we understand that. I don't think it would be wise to go from Rivera to Beterbiev or those kind of guys. You've got to fight through the levels. But he, as you're seeing, he's demolishing these levels, and you're right. When you're doing that, you do need a bigger step up than you would do if you went in and struggled and beat him over 10 rounds. Because if we did that tonight, you'd all be saying, well, let's just pull it back a little bit. He's only had 13 fights, but instead it's like, when's he going to fight one of these big guys? So, whilst he's doing what he's doing, let's keep progressing at pace.
Who's a realistic domestic name?
You again.
Yeah. I think, the guys, loads of them. Boatsi, great fight. Yard, great fight. Willie Hutchinson, great fight. Callum Smith's going to fight Bivol, most likely. This is where we've got to be. He's going back to the Midlands now. We'll do a big crowd in the arena, build a great show, and we'll keep on going. Yeah.
It's an honor. Great job tonight. I was wondering, I had a previous question, but 1v1, because he asked the question, who would win the fight?
Me and him.
Yes. I don't, round by round would be great.
I respect. I was only messing around. But, like I said, they've all got their own opinions, man. He's saying his part. I said my part. He's saying his part. But I think Madison Square Garden, me be him.
But on that note, we will let Ben depart, ladies and gentlemen.
I appreciate it. Thank you.